Most people think you need a lot of money, connections, or luck to build a successful business at a young age. This is not true. I started my agency when I was 17 with 0 clients, 0 experience, and no idea what I was doing. Now at 21 we make around $100,000 a month and it's growing. In this video I want to tell you exactly how it happened, from my first failed ideas, the moments when I almost went broke, to how we finally started scaling. Where it all started. I've been interested in business science. I was around 13. Back then I didn't do anything serious, just read a few books about business and success, but even if that doesn't sound like much, I think that was the start. I bullied my mindset, and in businesses, mindset is everything. At 15, I started doing small online projects. First, I tried dropshipping, then I moved to digital products. I was just experimenting, but even that I already knew one thing. I wanted to have something of my own. I remember sitting in school, predicting to listen during classes, while on my phone I was checking sales, editing auctions, and trying new product ideas. It was all on the biggest Polish marketplace. That was my little business world when I was younger. The first lesson. Everything was going okay until the platform started changing the rules. They made it harder and harder to sell without an official company. And because I was under 18, I could register a company in Poland yet. That was the first time I realized something important. If you build your business on someone else's platform, you are never in control. So I told myself I don't want to depend on any marketplace. I want to create something that's mine, something where I make the rules, and that's when the idea of starting a marketing agency came up. Why a marketing agency? To be honest, I didn't pick marketing by accident. When I was selling products and talking with customers, I saw that marketing was the key. If you write the right words, if your message is clear and strong, people buy. It doesn't matter how good your product is if no one knows about it. I learned that writing good ad copy, creating attention-grabbing offers, and understanding psychology are what really make sales happen. That part of business always excites me the most. And what I loved even more was the idea that by running a marketing agency, I could help other companies grow too. It felt amazing knowing that my skills could make real results for other businesses or other companies. That's what pulled me in, and still keeps me interested today. Nothing has changed. I'm still obsessed with this industry and with helping clients scale. How Lemon Agency was born? The name Lemon actually came from my online nickname. I used it for years in games like CSGO or Hardware and others. So when it came time to start an agency, I thought I want a name that feels personal, not random, something I can connect with. So in June 2022, Lemon Agency was born. At first, I had no idea what I was doing, no clients, no experience, and honestly, no plan. But I was hungry to learn. I spent hours every day studying marketing, methods, and how to generate good quality leads. After about a month of sending hundreds of cold DMs to random companies, finally one small client said yes. That was a huge moment. Actually, that first client is still with us today, and he was the only one I ever met in person in my house. Every other client after that was closed online or by phone. The hardest moments. The first really hard moment came in December 2022. At that time, my agency was only a few months old and I had basically no money left in the company. Almost every client was leaving. Back then, I didn't know that December is usually a slow month for most businesses. Many companies stop their marketing because of holidays. At that same time, I was in London for 3 days. My company was registered there because I was still under 18. In Poland, you can't officially own a company until you turn 18. So I had to register it in the UK to make it work. Once a year, I had to visit to keep the company active and do this board meeting thing for documents. I remember it so clearly. I was walking around London with maybe 30 pounds left in my bank account, trying to find the cheapest food I could get. I was eating fast food just to survive these few days. It was cold, rainy, and I didn't know what would happen next. But deep inside, I knew it was only temporary. I felt it. Things would get better soon. I didn't doubt myself. Maybe it was just my optimistic side taking over, but I was sure I would overcome it. And I did. And when January came, everything slowly started to move again. New clients, new deals, new energy. And that's when I learned one important rule. Tough times don't last, but people who keep going do. The second big challenge. The next big problem come much later, at the start of 2025. In late 2024, I decided to hire a lot of new people. I thought if I hire more specialists, we will make more money. It sounded logical, but in reality, it didn't work like that. After hiring, our costs exploded. Salaries, software, everything. And just instead of the revenue going up, actually went down. The company simply wasn't ready to scale that fast. For a few months, from November 2024 to March 2025, we were in real financial trouble. I had to cover some salaries from my personal money, and it was a stressful time. But that period taught me more than any book or course ever could. I learned to look at the numbers carefully. Now, before I hire anyone, I make sure it's 100% needed and that we can afford it, even if sales drop. It was a cold shower, but it made me stronger and it made Lemon Agency much smarter. The growth journey. In 2022, when I started, our biggest monthly revenue was around $2,500. By 2023, we were doing around $12,000 per month. In 2024, we finally broke $50,000, and now, while I am recording this video in 2025, we're making around $100,000 per month on average. For a long time, we could pass that 50k mark. We stayed stuck there for months. Same results, same level. But after a few big changes, new systems, better client management, and improving our meta strategy, everything finally started to move again. Our growth now is stable and our next goal is clear: $175,000 per month by 2026. The team today. Right now, Lemon Agency is made of more than 10 amazing people. Each one has their own job. Some work in clients communication, some manage ads, some handle creative work. And in the early days, I was doing everything myself. Sales, campaigns, copywriting, even invoices. Now I can finally focus on leadership and strategy. I have time to think about growth, not just survive day to day. And one thing I'm really proud of, one of the first people I ever hired was a good friend of mine. He started with zero experience in sales and today he's one of our best salespeople. So consistent, loyal and still improving. That kind of growth in people is what makes this whole journey worth it. Key lessons I've learned. After these few years in business, I've learned many things, sometimes the hard way. If I could go back and talk to my younger self, here is what I would say. Don't scale chaos. When something works a little, It doesn't mean you should double it right away. If your systems are messy, scaling will only make the mess bigger. I learned this lesson in 2025 when I hired too many people too fast. It almost killed our cash flow. Now before we scale, I always make sure the system works perfectly on a smaller level first. Scaling a broken system doesn't fix it. It just breaks it faster. Focus on value, not hype. A lot of people in this industry care too much about looking successful. Fancy offices, luxury lifestyle, showing off numbers, but clients don't care about that. They care about results. So you don't need to look rich. You need to make your clients richer. If you bring real value, you will always have work and people will recommend you without even asking. Build a team you trust. In the beginning, I tried to do everything myself. Sales, ads, talking to clients, even design. That is not sustainable. Once I started building a team, everything changed. You can't grow alone. Find people who care about your mission, train them well, and give them responsibility. Now my team is solid. We all move in the same direction. Be ready for slow months. Every business has ups and downs. If one bad month can destroy your company, you are not managing it right. Now I always plan for safety. We keep extra money on the side, so when December or any slow period comes, we can breathe. This simple thing gives you peace of mind and makes decision making easier. Never stop learning. Even now, when the agency makes $100 per month, I still study. Every single week I learn something new about marketing, management, or psychology. The moment you think you know everything, you start falling behind. So business is changing fast and you have to grow faster than your competition. This is so important. How I see the future? Right now, Lemon Agency is stable, growing, and ready to the next level. We help companies from different countries, and I love that feeling when a client tells us, your ads help us hire new people, expand or open other locations. That is the best part. Helping others grow thought something you created, it's something special. My goal for 2026 is to hit 175k monthly. But it's not just about the number. It's about building a strong, reliable company. One that can run without me doing everything personally. And I know we will get there. Finally, folks, if you are watching this and thinking about your own business, just do it. Doesn't matter what kind of business it is. Maybe an agency, maybe an online store, a local service, or something completely different. What matters is that you start. Don't wait for the perfect moment. There is no such thing. You will never feel fully ready, and that is fine. You learn by doing. When I started, I had no idea what I was doing, but I kept going, and that's what matters. Not being perfect, but being consistent. You will fail, you will make mistakes, you will doubt yourself, but each time you will come back stronger because every fail teaches you something you can't learn anywhere else. If this video gave you something motivation or value, hit the subscribe button. The next video will be even stronger, so you don't want to miss that one. So thanks for watching. I'm Kuba, founder of Lemon Agency. So see you in the next video.